Admit it. Admit it. This was a good title. I got you to click on it because you actually thought that I was quitting investing and going professional in soccer. Admit it. That's why you clicked on the video and that's why you're watching it. You actually thought that your favorite YouTuber was gonna leave you and go and play pro soccer, right? Well, to find out if that's true, you gotta stick around till the end of the video. So I got something to share with you. As you can see, what I'm wearing here is a shirt from Indy 11. So I don't know if you remember, but I posted a while ago something about that I'm playing soccer, right? And it kind of started with, this whole recession. We're gonna have the worst recession in the world, worse than the Great Depression. Everybody is so negative on everything. You wouldn't just close yourself in the basement and cry. The end of the world is coming. Nobody's going to be buying stocks, especially small stocks anymore. It's just this negativity and negativity and negativity, right? So to escape this negativity, right? I would go, and lose myself into like just doing other things, right? So I would go and play basketball. And I want to show you a little thing here. This is the field that I played basketball. And notice that this field is next to a soccer field, right? And notice that there is a soccer ball, right? There's a soccer ball in the middle of the field. And that's exactly what happened. I went to play basketball on this exact court that I showed you. And this was like middle of last year. And I'm just, shooting, and then here's the ball on a soccer field. Just somebody left the ball. And it felt like the ball was like, come on and grab me. Come on and grab me. Come on, let's play. Let's play. Like almost the ball was calling to me. And you see, I haven't even given one thought at that up until this point to play soccer. Because as you know, I'm from Poland. I came to the US in 1996. That's pretty much the last time I played soccer. And not even that seriously at that point, because the last 2 years when I was in Poland, last 3 years actually when I was in Poland. So I was in a specialized track and field school. I was a runner, I was a sprinter. So I wasn't really playing soccer after the age of like 13, 14. So now we're talking about, 25, 25, that would be when I came to the US almost like. I'm talking about like almost 27, 28 years I haven't played soccer. So then, this ball is there calling for me. And I went to it. I picked it up and I started juggling. And I forgot everything. I mean, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even do 3 juggles in a row. Right? I couldn't shoot, maybe passing, because passing is like, once you know it, kind of like riding a bicycle. But like, I had no skills. I tried to shoot on a goal. I mean, it was just awful. But I thought to myself at that time that, considering my dancing background, because I've been dancing pretty much since almost since I came to the US, I was thinking to myself, if I was a teenager today, knowing what I know about how to get good at dancing or any physical thing, and having the information available, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, or whatever, about soccer drills, soccer programs, soccer whatever, I could get really good. And it kind of made me sad a little bit, because when I was a kid, like we didn't have any training. Like, I mean, we had coaches, but there was no help. Like there was nothing. They just threw the ball. Yeah, we were in a club, but there was no help. There was no one saying, "Hey, if you do something, repetitively, you do these drills, you're going to improve." I never in my life saw a cone, right? But if somebody told me, if you go through cones, if you learn how to dribble, if you go and shoot 100 times per day, you can become better. I would be shooting 4 hours a day at that time to get better, but nobody said anything. So that kind of made me sad that it's like when I grew up and I was a kid, nobody told me anything. So, but anyway, it is what it is. I'm facing this ball. At that time, I was 42 years old. I'm 43 now. I'm looking at the ball and I'm like, you know what? What if I started practicing right now? What if I started practicing right now, training like a professional, right? Because anything I always do is like, I'm going for it. What would happen? So I started training. I started, going to pickup games. I even had some private lessons with some coaches. I signed up for some leagues, and and I started playing. But then, this one time, I go to this website because I live in Indiana, and we don't have an MLS team in Indiana. The closest MLS, as you know, Major League Soccer, which is the highest level of soccer in the U.S. The closest MLS team to where I live is Chicago Fire. So it's like, 3 hours drive for me. But in my state of Indiana, we don't have an MLS team. But we have a team called Indy 11. Indy 11, that is like one tier below that, MLS. And I just went to their website and I saw that they had this program, as you can see here, undrafted. A new pathway to the pros runs through Indy 2023. I was like, what is this, right? So what it is, it's like a summer camp where they call it summer camp, where it's really like 10 games. You see that? 10 games, there's dates. So May 27, June 2nd, it's just games. I'm not really sure why they call it a summer camp, because when you think of a summer camp, you think of something with training, but there's no training. It's just games. So in other words, people play games with each other, and throughout those 10 games, you get to show your skills. And then if you make through it, the final stage, like in August, is they pick like an all-star team, and then like somebody from that program will make it to the roster for the first team for Indy 11, right? So there was a tryout for it in April, like 4 or 5 weeks ago. But when I saw it, I think I saw it like maybe February, something like that. So think about this, February, and I'm like, I'm gonna sign up for it, and I'm thinking, I'm crazy. Like at that time, February, I'm like, I've been playing soccer for what again? Like August, September, October, November, December, January, February, like 7 months. And when you start, it's kind of like you start just a little bit and then you increase the intensity, right? So like 7, maybe really like 5 or 4 months, like really kind of playing in the leagues, not just practicing on your own and pickup games, because leagues and pickup games are a completely different thing. And here I am signing up for it. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I'm never gonna make this. I am never gonna make this. There's like 0 chance that I'm gonna make this. But I'm like, but you know what? What the heck? I'm gonna fill out the application. And it was kind of funny on the application because you had to like fill out your name. And then there was this one question that just made me laugh, because it asked like, are you a student or are you a recent graduate? And I'm like, well, I'm not a student. Graduate, yes. recent, could be subjective, right? Recent. But there was only two choices. So I'm like, okay, I'll go with that. Recent graduate. Then the next question is the year, date. Well, I'm like, okay, well, I gotta say something, right? So then I'm like, the truth, May 2003, which is like exactly 20 years, exactly 20 years. And the crazy thing about it is that those games, as you can see here, some of the games are at Carroll Stadium, some of them are Grant Park. Carroll Stadium is where this team, this professional team, uses this stadium for their games because they don't have their own stadium like MLS teams, right? And Carroll Stadium is a university, IUPUI, Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. That's where I went. I don't live in Indianapolis anymore. I live like 2.5 hours away, but that's where I went. That's where I graduated exactly 20 years ago, and now I'm coming back to this thing, right? So anyway, the tryout was very interesting because the tryout for this undrafted program consisted of assessment and just games, just a game, right? To see what you've got. And so when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, it's great that there's assessment because in the assessment I can show the skills that I have, the skills that I practice. So, for example, there was a 40-yard sprint, and I used to be a sprinter, so I wasn't worried about that, right? I'm like, I'm going to do well on that. Even at this age, I can still run, not as fast, but I wasn't worried about that. Then there was, dribbling through cones like a circuit. So, I can practice this. I can practice cones, and I practice cones to prepare for this. And then there was this thing where you have this. Actually, I'm going to show it to you. So here it is. This is like a circle like this, and you're supposed to hit the lights, right? So that this technology is supposed to like replicate what's going on in games, right? And I've actually tried this machine before because there's a company in town that has that machine, right? So I was really happy that there was this assessment because if there was just games, I'm like, there's no way I can possibly stand out in a game to make this. Because like when you have those games, it's just total chaos, and like I haven't played for that long. So everything, even up to now, when I play, I feel like I'm in the middle of a Mumbai intersection. Like everything is going woo, 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 so fast. So I was happy for this assessment, and I did this assessment, and then after doing the assessment, you can see how you're scoring against other people, and then the game went okay. Like there was nothing really, nothing major that happened, but like I didn't make too many mistakes. I almost scored a goal. So then after the assessment, I was like, I think I can make it. I think I'm gonna make it. And so what ended up happening is that I made it. I made the cut for those 10 weeks. And we had our first game right here on Saturday, 27. And so another interesting thing about this undrafted is that if you can read here, which I totally missed it the first time. So I'm going to read it to you. In 2023, current small college players and alumni of college, small colleges will have their chance at a big time through Indy 11 new undrafted program. The unique internship-style training camp will offer prospective pros a chance to get on the radar of the Indy 11 technical staff. Trialists will earn the opportunity to showcase their talent and be evaluated as they chase the ultimate prize, a spot in Indy 11's preseason training 2024. Indy 11's creative team will capture this pathway to to the pros in building an episode series to premiere on stations and network nationally. Episodes will begin airing late 2023 with more information forthcoming. So November, I was told November. So anyway, so they're making like a reality TV out of this, right? And so then there is this lady here, Haley Jordan. She's a sports journalist, and she's covering this thing, right? And so she was there the first game, and she interviewed some people, and I was the second one to be interviewed, right? And I was actually pretty impressed. I was pretty impressed with her because, like, she knew so much about me before we got into the interview. She knew I have this YouTube channel. She knew I have 8,000 subscribers to this YouTube channel. So I was pretty impressed that she was like so prepared for it. So anyway, we had our first game. We showed up, and then we received 2 jerseys. I am number 41, and I play forward, by the way. And then this is another jersey. So it's like a home and away jersey. And like the first game that we played, they kind of randomly put us on different teams. And then from that point, each player is going to get ranked, and then we're going to get put on different teams. So they're going to be ranked like first 25%, second 25%, third 25%, bottom 25%. And then team A will consist of the top 25% and the bottom 25%. And then the team B will consider of the middle, right? So the second 25 and the third 25%. And so then, you have to bring those jerseys, and you might be on different teams. But you see what's interesting about this jersey, you see this code here, spoke note. So like this is an interesting company I think they're from Fisher, Indiana. You scan this code, and you can record a video. So let me show you here. It's interesting. Let me play a little thing by Spoke Note, what it is.
Introducing Spoke Note, the simple way to add video to anything. Just scan the Spoke Note sticker, smile, and prepare to record your personalized video. Hey Don, I hope you had a great birthday. Here's to your best year yet. Then, share it by placing your Spoke Note sticker anywhere you'd like. The recipient can then scan the code with their smartphone, and the video will automatically play. Hey Don, I hope you had a great birthday. Here's to your best year yet. It's super simple. You don't even need an app or an account. Scan, smile, share. Get started today at spokenote.com.
So anyway, what we're supposed to do is scan this, right, with our phone, record like up to 5 minutes of something about ourselves, like branding ourselves, so that, I don't know, people can like vote or see what each of us is about. So we'll see. But now, so the first game, we had our first game yesterday. And, how did it go? Well, it went okay. It went okay for me. Like, I always have this feeling, like, I want to get rid of this feeling. Because my goal is like, over this 10 weeks, I just want to get better, right? I just want to have the opportunity. I signed up for it because I wanted to have the opportunity to play and experience what it's like to play, let me say it, at a professional level or with people that want to be professionals, that are serious about their game. I wanted to experience that. And I just want to, get better over these 10 weeks. I'm not really thinking, making it to the pros because, look, I'm 43 years old. I got, my business. I'm doing this for fun. I want to get better. So I'm realistic, right? But I want to get better, right, from each game. But and that feeling that I get when I play is still this so much pressure, especially when I play forward. You get the ball and everybody's on you right away. It's like the ball is coming towards you and a 20-year-old is racing towards you to get your ball. So I feel like I am, like I said before, I am in the middle of the intersection in Mumbai. Or another way of saying it is 25, 27 years ago, I used to be a race car driver, right? A youth race car driver. And somebody gave me a race car, and I've been practicing how to race again, on my own, few friendly races. And here I'm being thrown into a NASCAR race, and everybody's driving around me, and it's just this feeling. I want to get rid of that feeling, or manage that feeling of how it is to play under pressure. And you can't really reproduce this in practice. You can do certain things like, fast, to put yourself under pressure, but there is nothing like playing those games under pressure. It's like in practice, you feel like Messi and Ronaldo. It's like, oh, I can do everything, because you practice things over and over. I'm practicing, how to have vision, how to scan on the field before receiving the ball, scan to see if there's anybody on your back. In the games, it's like everything is just goes out. It's like complete chaos, because think about what soccer games are just in general. How many goals there are in games. It's a low scoring sport. One goal, 2 goals, 3 goals. I mean, it's unusual for there to be 5 goals. But the point is that when a team is building an attack, most of the time, 99% of the time, this attack ends in failure, right? Because the ball is taken away, the ball is lost, the other team is building the attack, and then they're going to fail, and then there's some chances, and then there might be a goal. So the whole game is it's a mental how do it's a mental struggle. Like it's constant chaos, constant failure, especially when I'm playing a forward position. Because let's say I've played all the positions, like in my career. I played defense, I played mid, and then I played forward. Now I'm playing forward there. And so I know each positions, what kind of pressure you get. And as a defender, for example, you don't get pressured as much. So you get more time with the ball. As a defender also, your job is to mess up somebody else's attack. And it is easier to mess up something than to get it right. So they are, most of the time, they are successful messing up the attack. That's why there's so little goals. And so they feel more successful during the games because they get more things right by messing up the attack. When you play on the attack, when you play forward, your entire game is pretty much failure after failure after failure. You might get one chance to shoot at a goal, and it's going to be a failure. You're going to miss it, or the goalie's going to get it. But as a team, you probably have to fail, 20, 30 times to score a goal, right? So you have so many failures you have to go through to experience success. So the whole game is just this trying to get somewhere and then failing most of the time. So anyway, so I'm in it now. I'm in it for the summer. It started off as an escape from the stress and an annoyance of the market, because I refuse to just be negative all day long and think how the world is going to end. By the time the market turns, by the time Mr. Market turns and get its head straight, I will probably go from playing at 0 level to getting close to playing a professional level, skill-wise. So I'm excited about this. I'm going to experience this 10 weeks. I am going to make some videos just to get you updated on this. So it's going to, so don't get upset. Oh, we're not talking about investing. I'll make a few videos because it's my life, right? But now, if you want to follow it, I would suggest, I don't know, subscribe. Subscribe to Indie 11 YouTube channel, because at some point, they're probably going to be releasing some videos about this program, this undrafted program, and you might get to see it. So that's it for this video. Wish me luck. I'm not quitting investing. I'm going to be here for you. Wish me luck, because I need all the luck I can get. As I said in my Facebook post, I'm already number one in terms of age. I'm the oldest one out there. So let's see what I can do with this.